at least you can hold on. And then say about a better bofana say Obe a program I shall say because of 10 days in TM say put on hold. Yamiadum and they say a twasso. And then your brother, Mr. Collins, or die from Emmanuel SD Church, Tama West. On a BD for the next 5 weeks, no, BD I will share normal be investment basis. When I first saw I bet me SCC Sika na yakwa muchi and say here bamua let me aboy. And then MC we no dey enye for only advertisement kwa ya dem man nyina na enua no ma youth no nyina they are also welcome. Nti yen share the platform so na yen share mo obia na obia so entimi adwa na ebi. Na program na ade be boy so na yen share afinase no. Itimi nya some information we bitimi guide na yakopon ehira so ma na itimi akoyi ama ya fi mu. Timi na nyina ase. Enti say yebe start program ya say da kofi mensa wa ha. Ebe sre na wasre yakopon ho de ne nkonkono so be kan ho. Na onka ye leader no ho na afi nso omre akoma ase akoma bi e den na omre na ase na intimi ntie na yemfa nya adwuma. Enim sa dem say ye ye adwuma yakopon so be hira so amai. Enti da kofi mensa betu dwumadi na hia yakopon so amai. Da ase.
Memompai Asafu Yehowa yede asida ayeye enase ema odin kunkun se abreni na woni adini yi waka ho akran ede ewura afifufure mu yeda ho ase emema waye nhihye pa man se yensua sikasem ene se de si investment ne boy Yehowa wo fidi nipa 5000 mu sisa ase no nkentema esi ho e kire se wonya nipa wonya obi a wo se ade saade na odi kire se esi esua nyansa ni tumi di nemasie afi etumi boy bra yakwa ahohiem ija adwumade ni nyina shonsa 5 weeks yesredi odikanfo no abawanim Serade ubema nimde farba no fansa kana no de befri nanmu ababia no enya de boy na asiesie ama o maye tosuminu bra yesikasem ekoyi yejai afufuro nyina shonsa se boy yentumi frefra afufuro na adesua ehia se no ipa bebre ntumi mesua na ebasa ebeboa nkasa ebeboa yen abusua ebesa aboa asafo no na fe aboa akrade adwumanso yesre se hwe hunkunkun guanso na bibia wiem dia yede ayini na asiama we na adum bebre na yesre o edimafo ne aginkwapa Kristo Yesu dinti amen
Amen. Open yami ensure bebre enti emamu nyina akwaba mesre se moma yenye din kakra em se the last 5 minutes ebe program no be open up there will be a question and answer contribution bia be ma okwan na odi aba mesre se bibia wo no you meet yourself na say question time ba you can unmute yourself and then share your contributions and questions with us. Yankopon ensure we na nti enu Collins nyamenka ho.
Yo Mr. David Ase. Ada kofi mensa nyamisra. Okay. Yeda Yankopon ase se and so yetumi ahia mu. I'm say America create I think by a couple of weeks back yeah but more than say yeah something about investment. Now unfortunately that day na I share no na your networking so that papa. And that day no there yes say be no no na na yebe san fam bi mu. I said there do a kan no. Na what you kakra wo yanemi yebesua nema bebre afa yisikasem mo am yisikasem ya dia ehia pa ye ya Christopher yebetumi abo ye bra papa bia se de epibia nanso se ya nhwe amma yisikasem anko yi a Obehu say na wo yabusua mu no. Enyama enye, I'm talking about a larger family. You buy a nuclear family, yani we yire oma, and also behu say enyama enkoye. In the long run, obehu say bitimi affect you nyamson so. Enti ezika sem aya de ho hia yie pa wo say ye ya Christopher yi. Dani da nyina no yema yani ekọ ho na fe ye nhihye no eye. Enne de pese yesusu ho no ya to ne din misconceptions about investments and the facts. Nti yebehu say cancer investment a den ade. Enne adwen a enipa bebree esusu fa investment enho a no kra ne say enya ade a ewom. Nti e wo say ase wodua banchi we fom na eho afu na wo say dodo ho. Yeyi de afu no nyina fi ho na afi yehu the true facts about investment. And afi enema kakra ewo mu ne ebesua na next week na ato so. Now as the weeks go by no yebekọ mu na afi ya a lot of things about finance, proper finance. Yebesua niema afa what we call investment appraisal, because ya hu say yemu bebre no yebese ye investment a yenhye da enye proper analysis bia. And one say yati bibi wo baby na ya kọ na de sika na kọhwem. And mostly also on speculation. Say nkofo keka say and say one kasa wo tena say adwen say o gidi say in future no say na niema bekọ na wo de sika kwakọhwe. Yen so that enye proper analysis be anti weeks ye di enemy ye besua na ye proper investment appraiser. Ye besua tools a ye be use and steps a ye be those kind of investment appraiser no. Omo ma ye finance kakra wo ye group you see. Ye minimum IFM be net present value and internal rate of return ne san nema kakra basic things na finance no ye be esua ni nyina na afi yan kasa yetumi aye finance managers our various family businesses are owning. Thank you. Basically that is what we intend to do. Now today I want us to look at the first of my slide. In fact, that's the last on the slide, but that is what will be first. What saith scripture about investment? Okay, then tro SM nankasa ekasafa investment May text that edikan Matthew chapter 25. Matthew chapter 25 ekasafa the parable of the talents. I'm saying in detail no. Now, Osha Matthew chapter 25 verse 21. I'll say his Lord said to him, "Well done, good and faithful servant. You were faithful over few things. I will make you ruler over many things. Enter into the joy of the Lord." Matthew chapter 25 verse 21. Yebetimi ediwe yakasafa said the episode can be and so you can turn it also into investment and then see how individually if we are able to invest well and make proper profits or dividends on the kind of investment that we make, how God will bless us on that. So that is Matthew chapter 25 verse 21. Ecclesiastes chapter 11 verse 2. It said, "But divide your investments among many places, for you do not know what risks might lie ahead." But divide your investment among many places. The Solomon episode catcher with Ecclesiastes and say, "O person your investment men emfa ni nyina engu basket bakum emfa nko babi faako enko ye investment no. Na mom chichemu bebre o de babi o de kakra ekoha na de kakra akoha, because unnim or how a day nim. Enti dem example minim say namfo bi e wo no ma omo investment omo ye nyina omo de nyina kogu men's gold ni example omo sika omo nya omo savings omo ye nyina no omo so nyina kogu men's gold. Enti men's gold anya issues omo ntimi ntia sika no omo savings omo ye nyina alloc ya omo sanka. So that is the wisdom in what Solomon is telling us in Ecclesiastes chapter 11 verse 2. Enti o person your investment divide it into many It's divided among many places. Ode kakra eko hanom, ode kakra ko hanom. And they say how ever baby na baby how ni no onsa akanwa de. The third text I did be at support your program no. Proverbs 22 verse 7. It said the rich rules over the poor, and the borrower is the slave of the lender. The rich rules over the poor, and the borrower is the slave of the lender. In fact, as Seventh-day Adventists cry there, and yes, anka ye can't so be a poor, and I say be sebi, and ni be and I say be a here, and yes, anka ye bo din way because any man she be brave, a binin the yesuani and nay. Na one show nema ye na okoye sebi obi a onni bia dani dan nyina na behu se na o sresre na o bobosia na say the Solomon e kan kire bi na Proverbs no obi a obebobosia bia no oye akoa ema de disk obo no bosia no na odisika na ma no ye mu bia empese ye beye nkoa esanse chosem ka se nyina ya adehye enti yemfa de na yebekom no yemfa ne serious pa ye na afi emboa yen ewo yesikasem mu. This is what scripture is adding to our topic for today. So let's go in. What is investment? Like I said, obi investment and anything. What is investment? Investment is the act of committing money or capital to an endeavor with the expectation of obtaining an additional income or profit. So uyi usika, ushada ayi usika ana wajapadi bi na ode kwa akɔhyɛ dwumadie bi mu na wɔne so ade hunu ene sɛ daakye bi no obenya emfasodeɛ a ɛyɛ ajapadeɛ ni bi anaasɛ sika foforɔ aba bɛka deɛ na ɔwɔ deda no ho bamkyɛ mu da hɔ. Investment is the act of committing money or capital to an endeavor with the expectation of obtaining an additional income or profit. Enti okoye investment a oni so ade hunu nyinaa ne sɛ Onyankopɔn nyɛ wadom na unya emfasoɔ enka ajapade ana sika ɛwɔ nsɛm deda no ho. That should be your primary motive. That should be your primary motive. Na investment na anase sɛ wode usika ɛkɔhyɛ dwumadie bi mu no yɛde asusu de sɛ deɛ obiara kɔfom na ɔde seed yɛmfa sɛ aburo ɔde aburo agu fam wɔdua aburo now sɛ wodua aburo a na sɛ asase a wodua aburo no so no ɛyɛ asase pa I mean say loamy soil nutrients nyinaa wɔ mu na wodua aburo no nyame ayɛ wadom nsuo ɛtɔgu so awia ɛbɔ so ka ɛma wa deɛ bɛba no sɛ ɛnkyɛ bia wobɛhu sɛ aburo no anyin na aso aba ɛmɔ ho bebree. That is how investment is like. Enti woyɛ investment now, one, the environment should be good. Kind environment a baabi a wode sika no akɔhyɛ no ɛwɔ sɛ ɛhɔ yɛ good ɛma wo na nneɛma a ɛwɔ sɛ woyɛ nyinaa ɛfa wɔ appraisal any analysis ne survey bi a wobɛyɛ biara no those are the good things. Woyɛ ne nyinaa na daakye wɔne so adeɛ a ɛwɔ wɔ ne so sɛ bia wobɛnya mfasodeɛ wɔ investment no so no nsa aka. That is how investment is like. Investment so actually say ma usika aye adwuma ama wo, letting your money work for you. Fundamentally, putting your money to work is a creative way to make money. In fact, they say they me know in name that no. The name an say ya sora no pa na ya kɔ adwuma. Na ya kɔ di 8 hours. Ɛwɔ adwuma mu na bosomi aso na yɛtua yɛn ka. Ana say ye ton nneɛma ɛwɔ adwom na ya kɔ dwom na akɔtɔn nneɛma na yɛnya mfasoɔ. Saa na yɛnim sɛ oyɛ saa ɛna ofutumi fa so enya sika. But we know I are too traditional, conservative, and very narrow because said there onua bi eka ya no or say one nyesika abra wada ene ubeye adwuma saa and I could do say ubeko wom. let me find the English and then read it well for you. It said, if you don't make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. Say, if you are not making money whilst you are sleeping, then you will work until you die. But say the nyame ebo in personal. That is not how it's supposed to be. I was say uye juma peska udru emrebia. I was say to meji wa home. Na umaska na wape agu wono ehwe. Na say wanya na sa na wanya 50 years ugusu eye adwumaden. Wanya 60 years ugusu eye adwumaden. 70. In fact, some people are 80 years and they are still working as though they are 20, 30 years old. Oh yes, sir. Or health ne will be an answer that amount. So the investment best secretary say we should let our money work for us whilst we sleep. Now, how do we do that? Yebeden ama yesika ayajuma mine. Ade ba concern say wow, your investment, it also means that you duplicate yourself because enipa untumi nche omu untumi nye enipa miensa ebi a yenu akwadwadu na wache no mu na ba ko wo ebi a state church na ba ko wo Emmanuel na ba ko wo CVU. It's not possible at any point in time biano. We are only one. But those people who invest, what it means is that they are duplicating themselves because or ebi a office year adwuma na so esan say why investment baby no investment no so year adwuma say the bakro no wo ha or year adwuma pepepe. So invest, duplicate yourself, and then make a lot of money for yourself. So that is basically what investment is. Now, you can say, oh yeah, investment. Then and now bet me, I say, oh yeah, investment. What is it that you are supposed to be doing to tell, say, this person is doing investment? Your several vehicles and several avenues are able to me investment. Now, weeks year di anim no you bet to your bona yafa sa investment vehicles see 1111 na fe ya training nyina mu pepepe ama obia anya emuntiase. The first one on the list is stocks or shares. Yetimito shares and stocks of listed companies. Now what be a member of that company? Basically what shares or stocks means that you want to become a part owner of another company. So you buy a share of that company. That is what it is. So that those of us who are interested or have the appetite to buy shares will know what to look out for when buying shares. Bonds. You bet me I invest in bonds and so in bonds. Government of Ghana raise bonds baby at the pesca. You bet bonds and so that those of us who want to buy bonds and also get into it. Mutual funds. In the mutual funds, the Data Bank, there were several of those mutual funds. Republic Bank, there were several of those mutual funds. EDC, EcoBank Development Corporation, they also have these mutual funds. Now share features or characteristics of these mutual funds, and so that those of us who want to go into it will do it. Basic fixed deposits and treasury bills. We will go into them into detail. Real estate. Some people invest in their education. People also invest by starting their own businesses. These are all vehicles or avenues. To me, Edi Esika, and I Japade, a rim, and said the Medican Akano. Odi Usika and our Japade, a Rama. Your motive, your primary motive, they say you want to make profits or additional income over what you had already. And see, the malice to high, a bin so hobium, young for any and stocks, bonds, mutual funds, fixed deposits, treasury bills, real estate, investing in your own or other people's education, and then starting your own businesses. These are very simple investment vehicles that you will take time and go through so that you're better interested. My example will be, 4 years ago, me to land be our 25. 4 years ago, me to back I think it's about 3 or 4 plots. Me tobacco 25,000 cedis. We are in the 4th year now, and the land around those areas is going for between $20,000 to $30,000. All right. So this is a typical investment. Ebia time I may na my adwon kra ni so say bia bit me drew this stage. But I tell you, say me plot back say me ton. I'm making more than 3 or 4 times the original value. All right. So this is what we mean by investing. We will take time and go into all of them. Now, let's take time and look at some misconceptions. Adria yemu bi ewo investments. One, we said that you say investing is not gambling, but you maintain investing is not gambling. Now, people liken investment to gambling. Okay, gambling. Gambling is putting money at risk by betting on an uncertain outcome with the hope that you might win money. And you can't gamble now. What do you see? Air venture bima. You don't know anything about it. You don't know the outcome. The why do you want to say? What do you shame na a beer ubenyeska ewon? That is gambling. Part of the confusion between investing and gambling may stem from how people employ investment vehicles. Now, the entire Emma Incrofo Eddie investment is to gambling one and only say, oh, koye investment na one yet in Shishemu bia number 1. For instance, Opesa or deal sika koshe company bin. If the Opesa koye fixed deposit, the very basic one. One yet Shishemu bia company no. One can say whether they are licensed to operate, whether they are properly registered by Registrar General, whether they are licensed by whether SEC, Security and Exchange Commission or Bank of Ghana. One yes, research in fact, yet to me cry who are the board members of this company? Are they people of good repute? Can we trust them? Can you hand over your money to them like you are investing? Yet to me, as I call forward, as I even should share the auditors of the company no auditors no, are they of good standing? Can we trust them? It means I'm call any more check on financial statement. What if you'll be over appetite for numbers are bet me for more financial statement. I should shame whether they are financially stable, whether their balance sheet is strong enough. I mean, a bit my son money in a answer. What do you say, Ranko to say, Opa say, oh, yeah, investment to a baby. Now, 1 year, I money in a mom. What to say, Abia, they are giving very high returns in terms of interest rate until you see to then you are likened to somebody who is doing gambling. Okay. And the first misconception, me clear everyone is say, once obey investment, na obey yen shemu papa, now this can baby no. It is not gambling. Enti yama way and ya dream eye. Said the Bible no extra no. Onuaba bi ehu asase bi a ogidi se agudie bi ewom nti o yana adwen so obeto. Onuaba no de oye ne say she went and inspected the property. All right, she went and inspected the property. And then when she was fully convinced, she went and sold all that she had and then came and bought the land. All right, that is what I think this we can find it either in Matthew or Luke. This is what investment is like. Do your research, be convinced before you put your money on. So investing is not gambling. In fact, I can't simple. I'll say serious investors do not just throw their funds at any random investment. They perform thorough market research and commit capital only when there is reasonable expectation of profit. They commit capital only when there is reasonable expectation of profit. But ye mo bebre no, ye be say ye investment maybe ye nim, but ye mbisa so. And one say this is kana kwa shame. Make me account without fear say minim account for bebre men's good as semi buy. Their monies were there. I'm the mystica acquisition as we talk. Their monies are locked up, they don't have it. DKM abba the dada couple of years back. Min kaisa me ye program bi wo Emmanuel sorry. And I'm a say obey investment. One of the key things to look out for is the returns that the institution is offering. If the returns is far more than what government risk-free rate, which normally is benchmarked to the treasury bill rate, if return na institution say too much compared to treasury bill rate, please think twice before you do it. Because same way, it saved several people from investing in DKM. In fact, I think the following month, and a DKM issue no buy, and they came to church and testified, say, if I hadn't done that program, they would have taken their money to DKM. And yeah, investment, share ni na proper research. The next misconception say it is too risky to invest. It is too risky to invest. And of course, because there have been a lot of scandals in the finance sector, Emma Ehunka Krabam and Chebia 2007, 2008, ending 2009, we all know what happened to Europe and US, and I think Asia also. The financial crunch or a boniding credit crunch. In fact, a lot of big banks went on their knees those times in Europe and US. All right. And then even in Ghana, quite recently, we have a lot of banks which have gone down, all because of some not too good investment decisions. Take here and risk the Ghanaian economy as at that time. And people think say it is too risky to invest. But I can tell you that if you want to invest, you can still go ahead and do it. Obey to me your research. If you are not too sure, obey to me na one nakasa. In fact, for instance, me name the entire the Kofi Mensa and the quarantine person or ne investment. I don't see why the quarantine cannot call me and say, Collins, manya AB at 10,000 cities. Me person me found koye investment. Obey to me actually me investment cramming any baby me koye investment. No, it is proper to do that. But in Ghana, as a obias through event is only or yas roy auntie. Yesika kakrani about by yan person be yesika. But I do, for instance, Obisame say who is scarce person one investment now me man one advisor. I will not take your money away. And I'm a boy. Yes. Yes. And I don't see why yen yanoma or more financial knowledge I war no more safumono. Yen to me mbisa omo minim miniadu or see you a member nidia. Or nisika wo baby ananka na ye safe pa Ghana Commercial Bank. Or yis can adequate 2 months gold. Me na me man advice say on first canon and to Ghana Commercial Bank of any fixed deposit or Commercial Bank. Or 2 months gold say or more offer about 120% per year. And now Okoyis can one can't share me or the 2 months gold. Scan lucky and I feel na offering up money. You get it? And it is too risky to invest, yes. But if you do your due diligence well, you can reduce the risk. No. And the truth is that it depends on your risk appetite also. Because your risk appetite is too high. You say yes, okay. Your risk appetite is too high. But I think no yet too good. You try now you manage your risk, no. All right. You neutralizing the kakra. Let's take calculated risk. Now my returns be brace because like I said, the higher the returns, the higher the risk. Say returns now we're next one, then it means you are going to carry a very high risk on you, and it's not too good. So let's look at it from there. You can be very conservative and do simple fixed deposits or Government of Ghana Treasury bills and bonds and other fixed income investments or companies are maybe boss no be a EDC and Republic Bank investment and say I mean so the companies are there. Later no you remember those companies no so let's have a manageable risk appetite. Maya nyɛ too men can say Maya risk na nyɛ too high. Yes, we are likely to lose our investment. Another misconception: invest only when income levels are high or when income levels increases. In fact, enuanum bi mu so no enwe enye nipa kakra bi nipa bebree. They think say this osika no akosoro answer what me your investment. When your income levels are increasing, that is when you can do investment. That is not correct. And you're correct. The truth of the matter is that everybody has to invest. Everybody, irrespective of your income levels, we have to invest. So in finance, you have this principle we call the Pareto Principle. I'm sure you can see it, 80-20. 80-20. What it says, they say, irrespective of your income levels, whatever money that comes to your hands, invest 20% and then apply the 80% to whatever expenditure lines that you have. And the scalp bound, some say even if you want to declare, we expect say 20 pesos will go into investment, and then 80 pesos will go into your expenditure lines. Irrespective of the money that come to you, you should apply this principle. And Mr. Edu, I'm proposing say, I'm quite experienced in this kind of thing. Yeah, kasa a bit me kasa in the end, we will never apply what we're talking about. I think you bet me I hear what I'm calling investment club. You bet me I jot or now later. Yeah, can want some investment club, where it's only people who are investing and now you bet for me start club, and we will make sure that people are doing the right things, because truth is that our investment lines, our expenditure lines are a lot. And family budgeting, manual. Now, you can't say you list our expenditure items, You list na your whiteboard na sway still na your church here with our expenditure lines. And now when I say here expenditure lines now, they were all correct expenditures. If you don't make them, life will not be comfortable for you. But Eba say list income lines near trip penasa. People could not mention again. And let's apply the Pareto principle. Let's consciously build what I'm calling investment club. Prepare say invest form a club. We will advise ourselves, we will force ourselves to invest irrespective of whatever money is coming to us. And I'm sure say dividends in some time to come. The other principle, the other misconceptions now investment Obi say invest only when one is old. And also you can Mr. I feel na 18 years. I feel na 20 years. Then me investment. Investment there it is not true. It is not true. In fact, the proper thing is that you should start investing whilst you are young, so that you will get the dividend thereon. That is the principle. You don't 50 years, at 40 years, I feel now investment. And now said investment is a habit. It doesn't come by chance. Investment is a habit. And once it will not become your habit. And you can't do it because truth is that it is painful. Pass him say one who should be or second next about sorry now. You say apply the Pareto 80-20 principle and do this kind of investment. In fact, instant gratification. Say when you can now din but invest this one and one shot amana your habitat unto me. Enti platform mi so nyina we de me de stremu Moma yen sha se abra ya mano esusa no. Na omon sha se enye investment. In fact, this our bank cry that we open account with zero balances. There are some of the banks who open account just for coins. 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 Oba ebetumi ago BS ade ne bi anytime bia onya coin bia no ono ankasa. What no call no no akoye. Yes sir. You are making the child develop the habit of investment. Enti moma yemma sade no enter yemu. The secret to financial freedom is your decision to invest irrespective of your age. Shey okwa brochira on omom was kapa no. They didn't start investing while they were young. Who is the owner of Facebook? Mr. Adu. Facebook on an friend is saying. Mark Zuckerberg or whatever they call him.
Mark
How old is
Zuckerberg.
Mark? Yes. How old is he?
34.
He's very young.
Yeah.
Yes, very young. But if you are talking about millionaires in the world, I think other places will become a power. All right. And all the people that we know, they all started while they were young. We can also do it. Yeah, in the Rebecca say, late, but your money works, you know. Let's try and let them start investing so that they can develop the habit. Another misconception: investment is only reserved for business gurus. When so you there, sometimes you can investment look it too big for us. Now you just say omo abin e business no na omo ye investment. And he said there be a business news TV so omo ka fa Bill Gates any Aliko Dangote any Azuma Bandes omo ho no adidi ya adwemu ti adwen say sa afo no mom na omo timi investment. That is not absolutely correct. Investment is for everybody. Okay, so on the contrary, anybody who invests with the expectation of returns is also an investor. In the account investor, enye Aligo Dangote and Bill Gates nkwa ana Suma Banda ana despite enye omunkwa ana constitution of Joy FM. Enye omunkwa na ye investors. Obia obe invest bia. In fact, if you even have 20 pesos now they call investor and now you are an investor and you will like it. Obe nyahu dividends and so. And the first say, like I say, only business gurus na yeah investment. It is also a misconception. It's not true. So these are some of the misconceptions. Might try say may a free investment. What the facts are. What are the true facts of investment? One, financial planning. We all wish for good retirement. In fact, we should say Yebenya retirement a good pass. So by the time you are 60 years in Ghana and you are gone on retirement, we would like say you maybe a cars, papa, maybe when you have V8, you are packet, and then how they call retirement. Or big mansion, or be our 2, 3, 4, 5 bedrooms be a Accra, Anabra, One Omba, Ebe shame, Abra call retirement. Better education for your children. And now obey a nice wedding be. We all like all these things. But like can you say, if wishes were horses, beggars will ride. Say wishes, so pa de no. Say your horses and go be a horse, no what be. A mere wish is not enough, but the conscious effort to attain this height is what matters. Say yebe boy say yebe invest for our future no. Any mom here, no mom, it is not the wishes. Gathering enough funds to achieve big things does not happen in a day. Such wishes are only achieved when you decide to consistently invest towards the realization. And you say, good financial plan for your future retirement. It starts now. Be consistent with your investment. Be consistent. In investment, it is not how much, but how consistent you are. Anna in here. And yet, so when you say the investment, a good power will clap for you. Now, and then other 10 years. That is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about being consistent. And why I just say every month we are investor. You do it consistently every month over a long period, and then you realize the dividend. Another fact about investment: financial independence. In fact, yehu sadi we pa embra COVID strike first now you call lockdown. Those who were consistent with their investment plans, they did not need anybody's support during that time. But you also say, na asafuma bebre honoma, say yes, sorry no sorry, echiche niema bi emaya. I tell you, say they wouldn't be able to survive that period. They were not financially independent. All right. So the investment, Ekachen say we should invest. If we do, we will become financially independent. Me mame Eka say be me or say or your bema de now to her. If Obama war on man, Anya she cried there was say with TNT there war. Da Nyame for some abokwa be boni a yepe wachi no. Enya fe na okohwehwe da COVID mensa na da granting say da o mame 20 Ghana nkoya there. Ya chi o kra che. E wo say o TNT there. E wo botom ya kan say monchi koyo. O sorry how far back away na okonya fe na kobobusia. If you are able to do that, you are financially independent. There's a Kenyan proverb. I say the best time to plant an oak tree was 20 years ago. The best time to plant an oak tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. In fact, oak tree would say would be our oak tree 20 years ago. By now, oak tree now you can see it. There were several branches and people are benefit from it. You are enjoying the fruit of your labor. But one man beyond 20 years ago, the next best time is as we talk today. So from tomorrow, people should start the idea of making conscious efforts to invest. Freedom without financial freedom is no freedom at all. Moma quote we enrenge ewo yasum. Freedom without financial freedom is no freedom at all. Freedom without financial freedom is no freedom at all. You see, Ghana, yes, you found freedom. But I tell you, say, when it comes to economics, we are more dependent on the rest of the world. Even COVID, we crown, I was say, yet to me, yet fast, nay, place orders for vaccines. No, I feel a yati committee. I feel it is money, and yet, it was car. We can just call and place an order for vaccines. I feel a yati committee, or more around. It's all because of money. So freedom without financial freedom is no freedom at all. Secure financial.
Evenda was a crime say, we have the next 2 minutes. Say this time, I said the time in the Jumapa. Say, and I was sick. The rest of the see her. Now, Yami Aduma, now you send the Astros. So, TM say, remember the next 5 minutes. I come by 1 minute more, but the rest of the bear 4 minutes back. So, do a question as a contribution. Now, what the ama? Say, I'm answering the Bible, make come in the crack. Say, the investment in my educational investment be. Now, lady the bar say a very mature, submit me as 8 years. 8 years to contribute every month 8 years. But Yamia don't measure I said it's about 3 years. You come here last we come here more a deposit in my. I was shocked. Kakra now every month you come what I don't cry take it from my bank straight away. I was shocked. And now one day you say even COVID, when they were calling me and say I can increase the investment. I'm no be a lockdown. There's nothing. That's still for every week be no more frame. But I was able to add something small. But me compare this year 3 years new. I mean, I do baby, I do know. I'm say very good. The investment really are there. I hear you pa. And you can say chance say be nyesi kado na na ye. And you can say we be answer ya investment. Kakra bia you bet me that to na hear pa. Ne o kan the pa say nkra na yen hyase na ye mo and start kwen kra say box bi kra na ebe ye wo ye fie mu a kakra kwens bi o menya no no me da tum kakra na e bo mo mutimi investment no to be see obi so obi a wait me e dey aka ho amai that was it.
Elder, I do thank you, Pa, for this comment. Now, I think we're just about going to the next slide. Official slide here was here. Your year 1 to year 20. Obi invested 250 Ghana every month for the next 20 years. Banjomuntin yo, or invested 250 Ghana every month. It means that every year, you be invested 3,000 at 23%. 23% in the average interest rate at the time you use the analysis. By 20 years time, no, now nipa crow almost 1.230 million Ghana cedis. You get it? 250 Ghana cedis every month for 20 years, no. Nipa crow 1.2 million Ghana cedis. So just to buttress what Kojo said, that if you invest consistently over time, no matter how small it is, it grows to become bigger like the oak tree.
Yes. Thank you so much. I'm saying the floor is open. I'm saying, this will be a contribution as a question be about me. The be anybody I'm saying, or so for keep us. I'm saying, that we do so can be a crime. 1 minute be that.
Investment idea. Thing. It says, see a banks don't GG anyway to the DNA. But me kai maybe one pastor and say do my conference no where tick tree a maybe and a fool baby. Nama me who say a bam for swama safo no conference ne asafo money baby. Ye bit me a fiscal investment and me ma be a bit me who say ya de easy. And ye bit me a sika a de ma akotu baby amia dia ejuma ama esonfa so aba. Na yin nyina gina se nipa nyina benya adwene kɔ wo mo a ɛyɛ no kura nyame ni mo bie ni wiase me obetimi aga se on de on fiscal ento akoso bi a odidi a eduane obenya no edi nyina saafo no eto de bi a ekom de wo nti adwene pa na sebe ya dudu ono de wo mo adwene beba e se na me ni Mr. Duete di nkomo se na wiase o nipa yenye adwuma baako di edwuma baako a bibia nko ye wo se oyitimi wo ha kakra nti ha nye yi a ha beboa besia na chire ye beba no na ye kamisira ye nyina iso yesu bi
Right. As of Michelle, Obi send me message. I said the idea of an investment club is brilliant. I'm say idea we hear you pa but no two ahanti. I'm say ebi akra na emfa lesson nko ebi na ahya na ya form a club no na at least ama omo serious no I start na e kwa ni mu na e rule amount for account. The college ensure bebre ensure nyina so na attendance no akwa ni mu pa mani agiye pa. This is the first time it's me across 21. There's a fee in a crowd say yami ya duma you planning a life here na say na we can no yam planning a life here na say ahochire bre no ba say be hadwen pa na 2020 the course no ehu na 2021 so yenim na ekọ di say na yetimi ahia ase this year January mu no ye prepare hu ye na timi ye investment sisi kakra na ne betu e bia se lockdown bia beba bi okra na essence yes ye ho asi no yakopon will take us through the yakopon insure bebre.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Na nyame boa next Sabbath say yetinkom na se yesu mba ya ye beto aso ye be share other compelling reasons for investment. Na me wo table bo ha na me de be hia me pa me stress next week yin na yembra na yensusu ho. Personal and family financial ratio guide. Personal and family financial ratio guide. I was saying in aya bana ye besusu ho na ye de ya adwen ba na ye hu we sa ratios we no ma eboa to manage your liquidity in the family. Enti yam bo modern say next week ye nyina ye beba na ya susu we hu na aboa yen.
That's if I dem say best say dodo na yentimi amba no yen send say ye share platform na yina we no ye share you just click on it and you're on. the best na about all platforms na ewo hanyina ewo obia platform churches nyina emomodia youth platform new women ministry enye amkwa em say program no is for the the women ministry, the youth and everybody. The bit me send am obia wadam for be Adventist cry now you can send it to the person na nyina intimi emwai timi na wasiti also for em say do ha okay fast what be kan ho na wo hira anwumre e be da wase the everybody also for
Eda Collins na yeda wase nyame nhyira. The person de ye nyina be say you see you can't church growth. It is about improving the quality of the church member. And the quality needs to be tackled holistically. Spiritual quality, social quality, economic quality, and then physical quality. Deeper than economic quality, yen come once. In the Adventist men, if you see the church growth concept, and a year juma. And then say, yes, shall enter more. If you are you may be Yaku and agency. And I call this Yabin. Is they say, a team one, yeah, no, they say, a consequence, and a yenya, and call it so, and a pastor. I don't console for social issues. And as I say, social physical issues. So, you remember Pastor Loas and our more aka. Yadamase. And now you see a tumpo, a we BBM, whom anyone from. But no more more, and flows through Emma. This is Suya. Yadamase. The announcement of OBM say, obviously, say the no message intend to be she had said yet. Yanit share our committee 18. They say 2 hour service rules no. They say reinforcement everybody. Into your class, so that you making sure say 2 hours. You beat me Eddie near your cover. Yes, I will do 2 hours. They don't care. But yeah, transit continually for 2 hours. Say yeah, and any problem. Yeah, we say you move check. After say